Unless you've been somewhere vacationing on another planet, you'll know that Jeremy Corbyn, our favourite anti-Semite, has been got in a spot of bother because the report came in that said that Labour had indeed been covering up anti-Semitism, especially with regards to Red Ken, Ked Livingstone. And unfortunately, all he had to do was say, I'm very disappointed with this report. Under my leadership, it could have been better, and I'll take this on board. And that's it, and then skulk off and maybe make another comment a month later. Instead, he went, it's all overblown for political purposes. Wrong answer. So he got kicked out of Labour, he got suspended, and obviously he got the whip withdrawn as an MP. So, unfortunately, some people misunderstood when Corbyn kind of gave an apology, but not. He didn't say that he was responsible, sorry, for his role in it or anything. He just said, absolutely, I accept the report. He didn't say, I'm sorry, I messed up, I could have done better. That's all people wanted to hear, just a bit of contrition. But being the arrogant asshole that he is, just like his weird conspiracy theory brother, he didn't. So today it came out that he's not got the whip, so he's back in the Labour Party. He's a member, just like me, like everybody else, but he's not got the whip, so I'm afraid Islington is still without an MP. If he needs to run at the next election, as things stand, they will select somebody else to run for his seat for Labour, and he will have to run as an independent. He is currently an independent MP. What people are saying about he's no longer an MP is not true. He can go and sit in the House of Commons, but he's an independent, which is not what everybody's saying in the media because they want to make it all so dramatic. No, he's just not Labour. But at the end of the day, I'm sure something will get sorted out. But he needs to say he's sorry and that he could have done better. He really does. And we're at that impasse now. So we've got a video that looks into a bit of this.
I think it's fair to say that last night for Keir Starmer was a bit of a living nightmare. A man who ran for the leadership of the Labour Party promising a war on anti-Semitism found that the very people he'd been trying to reassure were in uprising. There were threats to resign the Labour whip from several Labour MPs, I think, including Labour's only woman Jewish MP, Margaret Hodge. Some Labour peers, it was talked of, might be resigning the whip in the House of Lords as well. And there was talk that the Jewish Labour movement, an affiliate of the Labour Party for 100 years, might just disaffiliate. So all this horror was happening. And I think on the left, there are strong rumours that they think actually Keir Starmer had been part of peacemaking efforts with Jeremy Corbyn, or was at least encouraging them from the sidelines, and basically drew back from all that when he didn't like the look of that reaction. On the left, they're now talking about a witch hunt, and on the right, euphoric 3 weeks ago when they heard of the suspension of Jeremy Corbyn. They tonight are they're glad what Keir Starmer's done, but they're scratching their head and just wondering whether he's actually started a civil war here, or almost by accident, and may even have picked a side.
This afternoon, the NEC panel reinstated me as a member of the Labour Party. So once again, Islington North has a Labour MP.
Or not. His successor has decided Jeremy Corbyn cannot yet rejoin the ranks of Labour MPs.
I put a statement out last night, so I hope you've seen that. Thank you.
Will you be restoring the whip?
I put a statement out last night, thank you.
But in a news statement a few hours later, Sir Keir Starmer said it had become clear overnight that the Labour Party process that brought Jeremy Corbyn back into the party didn't command the respect of the Jewish community.
Nice to see you all this morning.
Some Jeremy Corbyn allies said they thought his successor had been scared off a peacemaking gesture by some voices on the right of the party.
Thank you very much for coming.
See, the right of the party, it's funny, isn't it? Because the right of the party, it's not even about centre, left, right, this. It's about the fact that you don't want a political party that you are involved in, that you've given your life to, being synonymous with hating a race, a type of person, a creed, a religion, or anything like that. Do you?
No, you don't.
You know?
No, you certainly don't. But I know people. I know a guy who was nearly a councillor in Wales. Nearly. He tried his best, failed.
Shit.
Big momentum.
Nearly.
He's tried.
In Wales.
Big momentum fan.
Okay.
So therefore,
I get it
as soon
now.
as Starmer came into the party as a leader, he straight away he was the Blairite type.
It's not pure enough.
Question, Mike.
Yeah.
Did you share rubbers?
What are you talking about?
Was your mate Corbyn?
Oh, we weren't doing now like that. We were at seminars.
I was talking about rubbers.
Rubbers?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Pencil?
It's alluding to condoms.
No,
but
no,
you really
no,
mean
I was not.
erasers.
No,
you mean
your-
erasers.
that's your world.
No, I thought that's your cheeky
weird
joke there,
sexual-
isn't it? Yeah.
No,
No, we didn't share erasers
No.
to Rob, because
Pens?
unlike normal people,
Pens?
we don't write in pencils because we're not 6.
Well, sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, I tend to disagree.
Really?
Yeah.
And when's the last time you used one?
A pencil.
No, both pencil or a rubber.
Pencil all the time.
Really?
I'm not 6.
And what do you do? So you've got a pen, but you go, oh no, I need a pencil for this, because you're not drawing a picture, are you? You just
Well,
write
pen
it.
now, but
Yeah, it's a bit
generally
weird though, isn't it? If I see someone whip out a pencil and they start writing, I think, oh, weirdo.
So what did he use? A pen or a pencil?
He had a pen. I know what he had. He had one of those.
What colour?
No, wait a minute. What's that? Gel pen that was green.
He didn't use a green pen.
No, it's not a
Weirdo.
pen. It's not a pen. It's gel. It's gel, and it was green, and it had the little ribbed effect on it. You must remember them. You don't see them anymore, do you?
No, I don't remember.
Answers on a postcard. I need to know what they are. The green pen with gel in it.
Yeah.
Green. We've gone really off topic, haven't we?
I was thinking in my head, I'm thinking YouTube on there, the desk, and of course.
Well, no, we weren't.
Lunchbox, pens and
Me and Paul,
Sorry,
and
no,
a few.
no
Me and
pencils.
Paul, and the other people who were there. He would not be at the desk because he would mention something, we wouldn't agree with it, and he would go to the other side of the room and sit and glower at us for an hour, then come back. And then we'd have another conversation,
Couldn't be
and
like that
someone
all
would
the
say
time.
he was there. Or he was like that all the way through it. He didn't. You could not say anything other than yes, you're right, Jeremy. Otherwise, he'd have a strop, and that's how he's governed. The guy's a dick. If Labour can box clever and just get this goddamn argument under control, then finally we might see Labour with a sustained lead in the polls. They were 5% ahead. He was something like 8% ahead in preferred Prime Minister. This was only a week or so ago.
For Labour to become a power again, what do you think they have to do? Do they have to get rid of Corbyn completely
Yes.
and his cronies?
Yes.
And what about the trade unions who support the Labour Party and fund it?
I think you should get rid of Unite and Len McCluskey is a poisonous, toxic influence. I think that if you can replace that by private funding and donations from individuals, you'll be in a much better position, because he has been ruling the roost there for too long. He was responsible for not going with David Miliband and going with Ed, who anyone who's ever seen him on TV for 5 minutes would know that he is not the person who should have been leading that party. So that was when the rot began, when Len McCluskey scuppered that election for leader, got rid of David Miliband for his brother.
So
he got the weaker, more pliable
where will
brother.
Go to?
Where
There's
will they
a
go
lot-
to?
a lot of
Where
people who
were they? Where were they when the Blair government was in? They were protesting everything the Blair government
that's
did.
That's like a thing they hate. Politicians. Where will they go to?
Well, wherever they want to go to. You're either
Where will
part
they go
of.
to? Simple question.
They'll start. They will.
Their own party?
They're there now. They're already there. They're
that
in
their own
momentum.
party?
No, they're in momentum. They've got a
That's not
party.
a political party.
It is.
It's not.
Oh, it
It's a
is.
support group.
Yeah, it is. No, it's not. You must be mad.
So
Are you
you're
crazy?
saying that
You're
momentum-
telling me that's a support group.
momentum-
That has
you're saying,
invaded
just
that
be
party.
clear about what you're saying.
Yeah,
They will start their own party,
yeah.
another left-wing party.
No, momentum,
And Labour will go
momentum,
more to the right.
momentum will put candidates in to run against Labour, guaranteed. You
Under
saw
what
it
banner?
here.
Under what banner?
Momentum.
So I was saying to you, clearly.
Because they've
Hey,
lost
listen,
Labour.
are
They stole the
question
Labour.
to you
They
one more
stole the
time, quite
Labour
clear.
IP.
Will Momentum start their own political party?
They are one. They're already
They're
there.
not one.
They are one. Yeah. If you think that, you're naive. And this naivety is why Labour and the left are in opposition, and this prick is running our country into the ground because you're just not realistic about the situation. Momentum is a political party, a hard left political party that took over the Labour Party.
Momentum here, will it come up as a political party?
No, it won't.
There you go.
Yeah, no.
So what are they?
Well, you're a fool then, because you fell for it. You're an idiot that fell for it then, aren't you? You fell for the ruse. You fell for it.
To gather votes in any election, you've got to be a part of a political party.
Yeah, no, and they'll become one. Yeah, unless of course, unless they'll register as one.
There you go.
They're already one. They're already one. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. Everything you've said's wrong.
No, it's
because you're so wrong. It's painful, and that's the reason why we are in opposition now. Because people have that view. You underestimated momentum and you let them take over the political party. You let them take over Labour. That's it. That's what happened.
You just do me head.
Oh, well, there you go. Thank you for watching. I'm impressed. You've passed the IQ test and got this far, so let's press that button. To do the last thing that helps us. It's got subscribe on it, you can't miss it, and please ring the bell for notifications of future videos.